One of the things that Nev and I spoke about early on was we want this movie to be scary and suspenseful and not gory. We were too many stabby stabs.
And go save.
And then, of course, we both got into it and we went, well, you know, Wes was a little gory. McKenna Grace, she had to learn how to fly and do the wire work. And then there was so much technical about, you know, the stabbings and the gutting. And there was a mix of prosthetics mixed with visual effects.
And then go ahead and flip this around so they see the gray.
The thing that's the coolest about this particular scene, it's a juxtaposition between super pretty, kind of angelic, sparkly fairy makeup and death. So it looks so cool and over the top and just everything that you want from a Scream movie. The special effects kind of work in tandem with VFX on this show. So we have built all the practical things, the innards and the blood and the different colors of blood, the different textures of blood, and then VFX will take it to the next level for us.
All right. Thank you for listening to and watching the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. Today we have extremely special guest Cyle Winters, Aaron in Scream 7. How are you today, Kyle?
I'm so well. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for coming on. This is a huge honor, man.
Yeah,
our first main cast, because we've had 2 stunt doubles on thus far from Scream 7.
So cool.
So this is our first main cast. Yeah,
hey,
man.
Shout out to them. That's not easy work, man.
No.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. Shout out Brian, Neal, and Katrina Rivera. We love you both.
Yes.
So our first question for you, Kyle, is when you first read the script for Scream 7, what was your honest reaction? Were you excited, surprised, or was it more so, wow, this is definitely something different?
Yeah, so I never got the script. That fun fact, the most that I knew was the little scene that I was in, and that was about it. So I never really got to read the script, and I found out what happened in the movie whenever it came out. So and I enjoyed that experience. It's kind of being on set and just not knowing. I think that was a lot of fun. But yeah.
That's different to how they did the originals. I get it though. They didn't want the spoilers to get out there. So they got to keep the lips sealed on it. So that makes sense.
Yeah, and to be honest, before I even got to set, I didn't even know that I was dying. I thought I just had maybe my one line, and if they in the final cut, if they cut it out, fine. If not, then cool. But yeah, I thought I had my one line in the background, and that was it. But then I got to set. And Kevin was like, "Are you excited to fit your prosthetics?" And I was like, "What prosthetics?" And he goes, "Yeah, you're dying." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's insane!" So
you got to die in a Scream movie. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And
you got more than one line too.
Yeah, which is cool as well. But yeah, that was cool.
So the second question, it kind of leads into it. The film has an interesting commentary on AI that, like Scream 3's voice changer, will age well over time. Did you like this inclusion in Scream 7?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job, especially now in today's time. I think AI is such a prominent thing, and it can be really scary too. And it's kind of, they did a great job at like shining a light on it and showing what it could do if we don't really do something about it, how scary it can be and how dangerous it can be. And I think they did a great job at kind of showing that in the movie.
Agreed. Yeah, it's and also the way they brought Matthew Lillard back was really cool as well.
Yeah, of course. Any way to bring him back, they did a great job at it.
I do feel like it was like testing the waters to see if they could really do it.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. We're number 8 at this point. Who cares? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It was really nice to see him too. And the scars, the makeup was really good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's so good too. Such an incredible actor. And he was one of my favorite parts. So yeah, incredible.
Exactly. So Scream is known for playing with your expectations. Did anything about your role challenge what you expected going in?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really expect anything, and I think that really helped me because it is a huge franchise and it's easy to get, worked up about it, anxious, and all these nerves. And yeah, that was of course a part of it all. But just going into it, I came in with an open mind, and I think that really helped. Helped me go day by day. So yeah, not super challenging in that way, I would say.
I'm the same way. I try not to expect anything from life, so I'm never disappointed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Even like when driving, you can't expect to make that light because you might
Yeah.
not. And then if you get angry if you don't, it's like, what was the point of that?
Yeah,
Just
what's the
wasting
point,
your
man?
time.
You can't get angry at a light there, But yeah,
Yeah.
totally, 100%. I think that's a
Yeah.
great way to go about things, especially, coming in a screen. Pretty
Oh,
cool.
absolutely too, because you never know what's gonna happen. You could end up being the killer,
Yeah.
And that's a whole other thing. But that does lead into my next question.
Yeah.
What was the most intense moment of filming for you?
Yeah, to be honest, there weren't many intense moments just because everybody was so welcoming and such a great team to work with. I had so much fun. And even though there were long hour days, it didn't really feel like that and it all went by pretty quick. But if I had to choose something, I was on set the day that they shot McKenna's death scene. And that was super brutal to watch, and just hearing her scream all day. That was quite intense, just to watch that as they filmed that. So that's probably the most intense moment, I'd say.
It was a really great scene.
Yeah.
So they shot the two different parts of that on different days. It's interesting.
Yeah, so we filmed that whole kind of theater scene over the course of a week and a half. And I forget where in the timeline those line up, but yeah, that's kind of, we all kind of shot that in a week and a half.
That's cool. I always find that interesting about movies. The making of them is like out of order. They don't make them in the way that it's presented. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's the magic of it all, movie magic. But it's
music magic too. There's a correlation between the two. You don't, when you're making an album, you don't really make them front to back like that.
Yeah,
they come out of order. You kind of work backwards sometimes. You just go with the vibe of it. So it's just art making. It's a correlation there. It's cool.
Exactly, right on.
Did you feel any pressure stepping into a franchise that already had such a loyal fan base, or were you just like, I got this?
Yeah, yes and no. I think at first, especially because knowing that the franchise has such a huge fan base and such a loyal fan base, you want to do it justice. You don't want to ruin the movie, of course. And so there was a little pressure, a little nerves in that regard, of course, but that just means you care. That means you care. That means you want to do a good job. But I spoke to a few friends before filming as well, who were pretty big fans of the franchise, and they reminded me how welcoming the fan base is, and how just like how loving they are of all characters, all movies, and that helped me, going into it, enjoy the process more. And after even going into it and coming out of it, I definitely became more aware of how great the fan base is and how lovely everyone is.
That's awesome. So I'm a big fan also. The first movie is my favorite movie ever. I've had Lee Waddell, who played the original Ghostface in the opening scene with Drew Barrymore, on here a couple times. So for me, like, everybody I've seen the movie with was like, oh no, not Aaron, including me. So I mean, you did the job. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But everyone loves what you did, man. You did a great job. And it does lead into my next question as well. How did you prepare for your role? Was it more physical, emotional, or psychological, or a combination of all three?
Yeah. To be brutally honest, for this role specifically, I didn't do much preparing. Because, like I mentioned earlier, I thought that I didn't have a lot of background or like knowledge of what I was getting into in the first place for my scene. So like I said, I kind of just went in with an open mind, and I was ready to take on whatever they wanted me to do that day. And I think that really helped, that especially finding out how important kind of my little part was. So that allowed me to kind of lock in, focus more on the day. But of course I did my research. I watched the movies and all that again, and whatnot.
All 6 of them?
No, I wasn't able to get there. I did see the latest one, the one before the Scream 6 in theaters whenever it came out last couple years ago, and I loved
23,
it.
yeah.
But yeah.
I loved it till the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
A lot of people complain about this one for the last 10 minutes. No, I like the last 10 minutes of this one. Scream
Okay.
6. People forget. I think they have like memory loss on the last movie, to be honest. Like, and it's weird because like Dermot Mulroney's a great actor. If anyone's seen Shameless, he played great character as Sean.
Yeah.
So I do think it was a lot of like the writing, and Vanderbilt wasn't a co-writer on this one, so there's a huge difference here. And Williamson as a director on this one is amazing because I mean Wes Craven showed him how to make a horror film.
Yeah,
so he's got it in his bones, man.
Yeah, so
and
cool.
It's really cool. So what was it like working with Kevin Williamson? He's a horror icon, man.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't feel real, It's like, but whenever I first met him, he was so down to earth and so welcoming. It was, it's like I'd known him for a while, and he was ready to get to work, and he was so supportive of my work, as we were filming as well. So it was just an incredible experience. Kind of at a loss for words, talking about it as well. But yeah, it just didn't feel real, like a fever dream. It's so cool.
I mean, this is a very special movie. It's directed by the creator of Scream. Like, think about that. That's insane, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about Stu? You think he's alive or not?
It's a great question. I choose not to really think about it like that. Because you never know. You never know these people. They could bring anyone back, which is pretty cool. It's a cool thing to kind of think about too. And I'm just saying, you didn't see me get killed on screen, so there's possibilities for anything really. But
oh yeah, you could be the secret fourth Ghostface. There's like Kevin purposefully made the bar scene so like because it was locked from the outside. I mean, like there's definitely 4 in the movie. There's 4 there. There's not 3. There's 4. This is a secret one that doesn't get revealed.
So cool. I love that.
Well, Scream 3 has it too with Angelina. Like she's definitely a secret killer, but she gets killed off beforehand. Roman had an accomplice. No way he did that all alone.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, I'm a huge Scream nerd.
No, I love those. I love all that stuff. It's so cool. It's so cool what people can come up with.
It's a lot of details put in there by the creators, though. That's really what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They do it on purpose. They want us to do this. They want us to think about it, watch the movies,
Yeah, exactly.
So and this does also lead into my next question. Spoiler alert, what was it like to play Deb? I hear it's hard. You did great.
Thank you. But it was fun. It was actually kind of fun. I've never played Dead before, so definitely a first experience, and that was the first day, my first time meeting Nev as well. And so my introduction to her was me laying on the floor playing Dead as she finds me dead. So a little nervous going into it, but no, it was fun. And Kevin was kind of directing me from the side to help me look more as dead as I could look. And also the makeup and all that was incredible too. But it was fun.
Did you get to ask Nev any questions too?
No, I was too nervous whenever I met her. I just shook her hand. She said, "It's nice to meet you," and I said right back at you. So, but she's
I respect you for that, though. You did it.
Yeah.
You had the confidence and the courage to introduce yourself.
Yeah, she actually came up to me, which is so great. It's so cool to see like such an icon be so down to earth. It's great. Literally,
the image of Survivor within the horror franchises, like really, like for somebody who's survived a lot of trauma himself, I love it. That's why I love the Scream movies. It's not about Ghostface and killing. It's about the characters.
Yeah, exactly, man. Right on.
That's why I love it. It's great. So what was it like working with McKenna Grace and the rest of the cast? Because you did get to work with the other younger cast too, right?
Yeah. Everyone was amazing. Great people to work with. McKenna was so sweet, and it was like as soon as I met her, it was like, oh, that's a friend. That's a friend on set, And we had a lot of fun filming that, besides all the blood and all that, screaming and whatnot. But
and her character bullying your character.
Yeah.
The layers of that.
Yeah, believe it or not, she was not like that in person, which is, it's a great thing. But
was
and
funny.
that also proves how great of an actress she is as well. But and the rest of the cast was incredible to work with as well. So sweet, super, creative, such a great ensemble to work with. Yeah, it's awesome.
I love it. What'd you think of the ending? Did you like it? Because I liked it.
Yeah, I loved it too. I did not expect, the killers to be the killers, right? I'm usually not really great at kind of figuring those things out. So I'm always kind of shocked whenever the reveal happens at the end. But I thought it was great. I love the Sydney and Tatum moment at the end. Yeah, it was great.
That
Loved
was
it.
beautiful. Yeah. No, and then the face-off moment.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say without spoiling it.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
Seriously though, I knew Anna Camp would be as soon as
Oh
she was
yeah.
announced because I had just done an interview with Alina O'Neill from Hysteria where Anna Camp played like this really crazy character.
Oh, okay.
So and I knew she had just got cast as soon as that aired. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh,
she's gonna
okay.
be like the main Ghostface. No way, they're not gonna do that. That was cool.
Got it.
She did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my inside knowledge. Like they didn't spoil it in the trailers like they did
Yeah,
with
yeah.
5 and 6. They and 4. I guessed Rory Culkin from the trailer for Scream 4. But Emma Roberts came out of left field. I was like, when I looked up the spoiler before I went to see that in theaters when I was like
Yeah.
14 or 15. I was like, wait, what? No, that's got to be fake. All right, now
You
I
looked
have
it
to
up
go see the
before you
movie.
saw the movie. Wow, that's
Yeah.
funny.
And I thought it was a fake leak or something or a fake I couldn't believe it. I'm like, no
It ended
way.
up being real.
And then I watched it. I was like, oh my God, this
Wow.
is awesome.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
My first Scream movie in theaters. I begged my sister Jessica to let me watch number 3 on VHS when I was 6, and she
Oh,
was
wow.
like, no, I'm not. And then finally, she got annoyed. She's like, you're gonna regret it. I was like, no, I'm not. No, I was petrified for like 10 years, and by the time
Yeah.
I was like 13, 14, I chose to turn that fear into love.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of the same way too. Yeah. I was a little, not the biggest fan. I was kind of scary movies just in general too. So growing up, but yeah, now I'm a huge fan. But that's yeah, I totally get that. Shout out to your sister for letting you watch that though.
Shout out Jessica Murphy. We love you.
We love you. But
Guess
look
what
where it
scene's
got you
on
now.
screen right now? Yeah, no, exactly. It's like it all paid off, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Full circle.
Cool. Awesome,
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So what do you think makes this specific Scream movie stand out apart from the others?
Yeah, I think there's a lot that goes into it. I think for one, super gory, all the blood and stuff. It's got to be up there with one of the most gory in the franchise. And then also, I think just like the star-studded ensemble they put together, bringing back all these icons and all these incredible people, and to be a part of that in whatever way is really cool. But yeah, I
You're
think
dead on screen right now. That was just really trippy how that happened.
I'm alive, guys.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He's really alive,
good.
guys.
I'm all right,
See?
guys. But yeah, and also, first movie in the franchise to surpass 200 million in the box office. That's
Making it a $1 billion
cool.
franchise.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's such an honor to be a part of it.
The biggest fuck you to all the haters we can give.
That's right.
And I did it with a thumbs up too.
Yeah, there you go. Thumbs up only.
Exactly. No, I honestly, I think it's the most feeling like Scream since the first one. But I'll just tie it back around. Kevin Williamson, the creator, being the director, is the huge change.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I really feel like it's the follow-up we've all deserved,
Yeah.
And the logo change at the beginning from the original logo to the new, it's so cool.
So cool. Yeah. Kevin did great.
So we kind of just blew through all 10 of my questions, but I got a rapid fire round.
Sure. Yeah.
Before that, though, is there anything else about the making of the movie you want to throw in there? Like any cool, fun facts?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I think my favorite part was honestly fitting the and doing the prosthetics. It was really weird to kind of watch it come together, and just slowly but surely it was like, oh my goodness, am I okay? Is this real? But yeah, that was such a really cool experience to put that on, and then watch them bring it to life or death, as you might, find out. But yeah, that was awesome.
Your pun game's on point too. I love it. I actually
Yeah.
have a video of that if you want me to pull it up.
Sure, yeah.
Quote from your end. That is so cool. So how long was that? That's a time lapse, clearly. That's
Honestly,
hours, right?
I kind of forget. It was at least over an hour, maybe close to an hour and a half to 2 hours. But that makeup and effects team was so amazing. Like their magic is incredible. I don't know how they do it, but it was great to work with them. They were lovely as well.
And they, like, as I just saw on the screener, you got a really good close up with the fake blood on it and the special effect, and it lingers for a minute. It's quite disturbing. Like, it's well done. When you see it in the film, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite movies just from watching it? Moments, not movies. Favorite moments from watching the movie.
Favorite moments from watching it. Yeah, I would off the top of my head, I would say honestly probably the kill scene in the bar where they stab his head on the beer.
The beer tap kill.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was probably one of my favorites. And then
the house sequence, Ghostface coming through the attic.
Yeah, that was so good.
He's got Tatum in the hall with the knife.
So many good ones. It's like every
Gail's
second.
Introduction was insane.
Yeah,
Everybody clapped in every single theater.
Yeah, it was so cool. So cool. It's not every day that stuff kind of happens, and it's really beautiful what the franchise is able to do.
Theater scene's my favorite, though.
What was that?
The theater scene's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. It's so cool. Yeah. And McKenna's kill is, whew.
They go hand in hand. If without hers, it wouldn't. Both of your deaths are like the best parts of it, and they're like back to back. One's off screen, so it's very like Halloween one-esque.
Yeah,
I like that. Leave enough for the imagination. Saw one, right?
It's kind of like Kevin was telling me as well. Yeah, he said it helps the suspense a little bit. Having me get killed off screen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then you just see the Ghostface's hands, like as he's
he's consoling it. Then
Mm-hmm. So before I do the rapid fire round, I have one more clip. I should play it, right? Might as well. Yeah. And it's from that scene. More about that scene. It's a vertical clip that the Scream Movies posted on Instagram. So shout out Scream Movies.
That's Scream.
A high school sequence was fantastic to put together. So we got to work with McKenna back in December and start putting her on the wires. McKenna is amazing. She might as well be stunt department because she is so innately able to work on the wires.
I started shooting yesterday, and I spent the entire week previous to yesterday all in stunt rehearsals, just me and the stunt team, which is incredible, might I add. I love them so dearly. I've worked on wires a lot before, but I've never done anything quite like this before.
Are you all right with Jeremy giving you the verbal cues?
Yes, that would be so helpful.
We decided that we would try and work a partial degloving of Hannah wrapping her hand in the wire for leverage, and then she gets her foot stuck in her costume. We end up in this very marionette type of position that leaves us with this final tableau that's just gruesome.
That's cool.
So brutal, but they killed it.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
All right, so here's the rapid fire round. It's just a quick 5 questions. Favorite Scream movie, no thinking.
Original. It's such a great movie, just in general, incredible. Yeah, I love it. I saw it when it came back to theaters for the anniversary. And oh my goodness, amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I watched it with somebody who had never seen it before recently, and it's like watching it for the first time when you watch it with somebody who's never seen it before.
Yeah. So
And
cool.
it's like just as fresh, but I've seen it so many times. Right?
I don't.
Funnily enough, one of the secrets in this movie is the board in Stu's house, how it's written exactly. I never noticed that his mom and dad said "be good" on the thing, like showing that there was always something wrong with Stu. And then the official account responded to us about that right before we did this interview. I think there were some plans there. I think they knew what they were doing. So that was cool. Cool PR, yeah. But yeah, I love that nod. And Scream 1's my favorite movie of all time, so I get you. Number 2, who would you trust in a horror movie?
Nobody. Trust nobody in horror movies, man. Only myself. Or of course, Neve Campbell always. She's such a badass, man. How can you not trust her?
Sydney fucking Prescott, right?
That's right.
That has to be her actual middle name at this point.
Right out the womb, yeah.
Right. One word to describe Scream 7.
Bloody. It's a bloody one.
Knife through wall. I will call BS on the entire franchise. I have that knife. It doesn't go through walls and doors like that.
Oh yeah. Not like that. Hey,
it's good. It's a good ice pick though. If you have a broken ice thing in your room,
it must be a strong ghost face then, or something.
It has to be like really strong. But that's if Amber killed Dewey, I don't know. I call BS on that too. Had to be Stu the whole time.
There you go.
Would you answer the phone? Yes or no?
Part of me wants to say no because obviously, what happens when you answer the phone. But of course, I'd answer the phone. I would
shotgun
love
ready
conversation. Yeah, I feel like I could fix him. I feel like I could work some magic over that phone. But no, yeah, I think I would. I'd pick it up.
I would too.
How could you not? How could you not?
I know. It's got to hear that voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Final Girl or Ghost Face?
I gotta go with Final Girl. Come on now. Always.
That was a trick question. That's the right answer. I've got one final question for you, and it's do you have any plugs, shout outs, etc.?
I guess just like up until this point, my family has been such a great, support system for me. They pushed me to kind of, do my best, and I love them so much. So shout out to my family, all my my acting friends and mentors over the years as well. And shout out to the Scream fans, the franchise. Shout out to the cast and crew. Such a great thing that everybody created. It's awesome.
Kevin Williamson.
Part of that. Shout out to Kevin, the GOAT, greatest of all time. Incredible human, incredible creator. Yeah, insane.
I love it. It's crazy that all of this came to be a thing because he was watching a documentary on the Gainesville Ripper.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all because of Florida, because of a Florida man serial killer.
Hey, Florida will do that to you, so.
Yeah, I live here. It's not, it's beautiful weather, but the people suck. There's a lot of good people too, it's not
right, of course, of course.
Do I want to keep living here though? No.
You don't want to run into another ghost face or something of that.
The Florida ghost face.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I might make another Scream short and put this interview in it in some way.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm going to do a little thing. If you want to stick with me, and I'll have a quick chat with you after I do a little closing thing. So
sure.
Thank you to... Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, no, yeah. That's great. Sounds great.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Thank you to everyone for listening to and watching the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. And I hope you all sincerely have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in to see Cyle Winters here.
Much love. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.